Hey, how's it going, man? DeAndre Jones here. Today's the first day of the series on learning, basically getting a backflip just down, just pat. So we got to start with the basics. The first thing is going to be a back handspring. Now, back handspring is actually pretty simple. It's just really scary, especially if you're not used to going over your head. So again, I would suggest, maybe finding like a pit of sand or some nice plush grass, or even like a gymnasium gymnastics center would be ideal. Because safety is very, very important. You don't want to hurt yourself. But we're gonna go over the few basic progression steps. Will basically be, a back roll, a handstand, and a bridge. And really, that's all you really need to get this down. And again, your bridge doesn't even have to be good, so don't worry about flexibility or anything like that. It's just important that you build up the flexibility to be able to do a back handspring, and it'll definitely help you out in the long run. So let's just get started. We're gonna get started with the back roll. Okay, so the first step in learning how to do a back handspring is you have to learn the proper setup to go into a back handspring. A lot of gymnasts and stuff that I've talked to, and basically I've seen, they explain about going into a chair position before taking off. And what they mean by that is pretending as if you were going to sit down in a chair. And basically you want to sit down in a chair basically to the point where you start to fall backwards. So again, this is how you would want to start it. You would want to just pretend like you're sitting down in a chair, and you're going to fall back, okay? When you get to that point where you feel like you're going to fall back, that's when you're going to jump. But since we're not ready for actually jumping yet and going for the back handspring, instead we're just going to do a back roll. So this is what you're going to do. Stand, go into the seat, back, over your head, and then arms up. Again, same thing, seat, arms up. After that, you're going to want to get your arms involved. That's going to help you a lot when you're initiating the back handspring. So you're going to work on swinging your arms, basically as if you were doing a precision, swing your arms before you jump, basically the same thing. So you're going to be swinging your arms. As your arms swing backwards, you're going to sit down, and then when your arms go up, you're going to roll. So this is the way it will go. Arms back, up, and stand up again. That's basically working the beginning steps of how to initiate a back handspring. You're going to swing your arms back, sit in that chair, and right before you feel like you're going to fall back, you're going to jump and swing your arms upright and basically guide your hands to the ground. Now the next part we're going to learn is basically the end of it. So we're going to start in a handstand, and we're going to just work on snapping down to our feet. That one's really simple. This is what you're going to do. You're going to arms up, go into a handstand, and just snap back down. And basically we're just working that last step. Basically up, you're going to go into the back handspring, go into basically kind of like a handstand, but not really, but you're going to be on your hands, and you're just going to snap your feet to the ground. So I'm going to show you again. Boom. Arms up again. If it's a little difficult, make sure you flex your abs. That'll help, hike your feet down and make sure you have a nice, really clean landing. That's basically the only type of progression step that you really need. After that, we're going to work on a bridge, but I'm going to show you one more time. Arms up. Boom. All you need. Next, we're going to work on the flexibility, or the middle part of the back handspring, which would be to hold a bridge. Now, you don't need the most impressive bridge. I'm going to show you mine, and honestly, mine isn't that great. My girlfriend tells me all the time that I really need to work on my bridge, but it's not necessarily needed when you go into the back handspring, but it'll definitely help a lot as you start to progress. You want to start, chaining your back handsprings together and things like that. So I'll show you a bridge right now. Arms behind your head, feet on the ground, and you want to lift up. Again, that's not impressive at all. That's a pretty pitiful bridge, but I've been working on it a lot. Girls will find it a lot easier to go into one. They're generally more flexible than guys are, so if you're a girl, you're in luck. You'll probably already have a pretty good one. But after that, we're going to start working the progression steps of just learning a back handspring. Now, basically, you're just going to want to start going crooked until you go straight. You want to just initiate the back handspring kind of crooked where you feel safe, and then you want to start jumping into it, and then you want to start straightening it out. And basically, that's where the mental aspect kind of comes into it. So you're just going to be for a while, just doing it sideways, and then eventually you're going to be like, okay, I think I'm going to go a little bit more straight. And once you start to gain more confidence, you'll be able to go for a back handspring and feel safe. But it's important that you work those progression steps in your mind to be able to do it. But I have a couple of ideas of what you might want to try that might help you out a lot, and let's get right to it. All right, step one. You're basically going to stand just as if you're going to do a back handspring, but you're just going to stand here, you're going to turn your body, and you're going to do a cartwheel. It doesn't have to be a great cartwheel, but just something to start trying to go in that motion of doing a back handspring. You're gonna turn and just, not even that good. I don't even cartwheel on that side, so it's not gonna be that great, but just anywhere you feel comfortable. I'm more comfortable going this way, so it would be like this for me. I just turn, boom. After that, you're gonna wanna kinda jump into the cartwheel, which would be like this. Stand, look. And it's really important that you actually start to mimic the jumping motion, okay? Stand, turn, cartwheel, okay? After that, we're gonna start doing it, actually trying to work the back handspring. Still a little bit sideways, but we're gonna start working that motion. And again, don't forget to get into the chair, swing your arms back, and swing your arms upright when you're ready to jump. So, this is what like a sideways back handspring will look like. Go here. Boom. And basically that's what you want to do. You just want to keep working that sideways back handspring until you feel more confident. Then you want to start straightening out more and more and more and more. But key things to remember: sit down in the chair. As you start to fall backwards, swing your arms up and jump. Okay? And what you're going to do is you're going to look at your hands the whole time. So you're going to go up, jump, look at your hands. You basically just want to guide your hands where you think the ground is. And you'll start to see it as it comes up, and your arms will be there to catch you. Again, there's nothing to be afraid of as long as you have your arms above your head and basically ready to catch the ground, okay? You can't hit your head if your hands are there, okay? You can't. It's like impossible. So just make sure that you swing your arms up and you just guide your hands to the ground, and you'll safely be able to make an attempt. I'm gonna show you a demonstration right now. Alright, so that's all there is to it. It's really, really easy. As long as your arms are there to help guide you, you'll be able to successfully do it as safe as possible. So just remember the key points I told you. Sit in the chair, swing your arms back. As you start to stand, as you start to fall backwards, you want to jump, swing your arms up, and you basically just look at your hands as they go around. And basically you just want to spot the ground, make sure your hands catch the ground, and you just go into the whip down, which is why we work the handstand whip, because you're basically going to be in that position and you're just going to whip your legs down. So it's really, really, really easy. Basically it's the end of this tutorial. Next week we're going to go over learning the back tuck, or actually, sorry, we're going to learn on connecting your back handsprings, and then the week after that we're going to work on back tucks. So again, we're going to do this every Wednesday, so just, you know, have a schedule ready if you want to learn and you want to do this with me. Also email me your progress and stuff like that. Also, don't forget to check out BecomeAFreerunner.com if you want to, you know, be updated and stuff like that. I have a little thing that'll prompt you to enter your email, and I'll email you as soon as the tutorial comes out, and you'll be able to keep up with it. Again, train hard, be safe. I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.